because of all of the oppression that Palestinians have been under for over 70 years, the only political process that we've ever seen be effective is through resistance. And we've seen the resistance lead us, through the Intifada, and get us even a seat at the table to begin with. And we don't have any elected leadership that truly represents our desire for right of return and full liberation of Palestinian land from the river to the sea, except for ourselves, except for political parties maybe that are considered by the U.S. and Israel to be quote unquote terrorist group. So the Lion's Den and similar innovations like the Jenin Brigades, as you mentioned, are really a form of protection for the Palestinian people when there is no one to protect us, when the Palestinian Authority doesn't protect us because they are collaborating with the Zionist entity. So it has emerged because Palestinians are taking matters into their own hands. And we've mentioned the May 2021 Unity Intifada earlier, which really brought Palestinians together. It's emerged as a form of protection for the people of those cities, but also as a form of resistance and not just self-defense, actually actively resisting the occupation every day. So, I think that this is going to be continuous until all of Palestine is free. We should never try to make our movement palatable for Western consumption just for that sake. We should never undermine the role of the resistance or hyper-focus on, this human rights discourse that just places us as passive victims, because we are not that. We are fighters. We are resisting. And I think that that's something that's beautiful and that should be celebrated by people in the West. Human rights discourse that just places us as passive victims, because we are not that. We are fighters. We are resisting. And I think that that's something that's beautiful and that should be celebrated by people in the West. We are fighters. We are resisting. And I think that that's something that's beautiful and that should be celebrated by people in the West.